Hey guys, and welcome back. So today we're going to be making meatballs. For you guys that don't know me, I'm all about healthy food, healthy living, and cooking food from scratch. So you're going to need 3 kilos of mince, 3 onions, 4 garlics, and 2 livers. The organs are what makes the biftekia, which is meatballs, that's what we call in Greek, really, really juicy and really tasty. So what I did is I blended up the onion and the liver and the garlic. I chopped them up really finely and then I blended them and then I added them to the mince. And then I went and added 4 eggs and then I mixed that all in together in a large pot, as you guys can see, or you guys can just do it in a bowl. Now, if your batter is too runny, which in my case it was because I blended everything up, I went and grabbed some bread that I had and I actually put that in the blender or in your Thermomix if you have one. And I blended it up until it became like fine grains of sand. And then I mixed that into my dish just to make it easier and less mushy for me to form the bowls. So you guys can do that. That's like a trick to use breadcrumbs in your biftekia, in your meatballs, if you've put too much liquid and then you can't form it into bowls. Then you're going to pour salt, pepper, and oregano to the dish. At this stage, you're going to put the oven to preheat on 200 degrees Celsius. And again, we're just going to mix everything up. Now, as usual, guys, I will put in the description below the method and the ingredients. So here I'm showing you guys how I put in some of my breadcrumbs. Now, I mixed this in fully and it helped a lot with the batter because I tried to form into bowls and it was still a bit runny. So I want them to be perfect, so I just added in a bit of the breadcrumbs. You guys can also add in just flour. But I do recommend you put in 1 egg at a time when you're making this to make sure that it's not too mushy. And you'll be able to form it really easily into bowls. So then I went and made the meatballs. So I recommend you guys squishing the batter, making sure it all sticks together, and then roll it in the palm of your hand and make sure they're all even. This will help with cooking because they will all cook at the same time and you won't overcook some. So while I was making the meatballs, I decided to put the pan on high heat with olive oil while I continued making the rest of my meatballs. Then I turned the temperature down to a 9. I recommend doing it around about 10 because that gets the best results where all the juices that come off the meatballs will evaporate and it will allow the meatballs to actually get the nice crispy brown color on them, which that's what we're doing now. We're not trying to cook them. We're trying to get a nice caramelized outside to it. And then we're going to put them in the oven after. So now I've prepared all my meatballs and I'm just adding them to the pan. And I'm just checking that they're not sticking. And then I'll add the rest and then flip them over once they're ready and nice golden brown. They will take anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes to get a nice brown color on them. And once they're brown on both sides, then I will take them off and I will put them into a tray, which will then go into the oven. But I won't put them in the oven until I've finished all the biftekia and they're all out of the pan and into my tray. So now that I've finished cooking my meatballs, I will find a tomato paste or tomato salsa, whichever you guys prefer, that is bio, so it's organic. And I will put that on top. Now I had 2 different ones. I had a salsa at home and I also had a paste, so I just put both of them, but it doesn't change the flavor at all, so it's completely fine. It will taste really amazing either way. And I will put them over my meatballs and then I'm going to put them into the oven. To make sure I don't waste any of the tomato, I just put a bit of water in one of the jars, shook it, then put it into the other one, shook it again to get all the leftover tomato that's stuck in the jar and on the lid, and then I poured that over the meatballs as well. The oven was preheated to 200 degrees Celsius, So I put them straight in and I cooked them for 30 minutes. Then I took one out into a plate and I cut it open to make sure that it was cooked through and tried it. And that confirmed that they were ready. So what am I doing now? I was cleaning my pan. Now, a really good handy tip that I learned from my mum is that in a pan, you're going to put, obviously it's still warm, it's still hot from when I was cooking, vinegar and baking soda, and it's gonna bubble up so much. I didn't show it in this video because I did it beforehand, but then you can scrape the pan and everything comes off without having to sit there scrubbing it. It just saves a lot of time and comes just straight off. So that was something I wanted to share with you guys. And I normally serve them with rice, which goes really well with biftekia. And you guys will see how delicious they are because of the organs that are in it as well, and because you're not overcooking them and you're crisping them on the outside. They're gonna be so juicy and flavorful. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!